Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of even more unseen clips from this series of Would I Lie to You? Joining Lee Mack tonight, Greg Davis, Henning Vane, Simon Day, Dr. Ranj Singh, Asim Chowdhury and Claire Balding. And joining David Mitchell tonight are Victoria Coren Mitchell, Stephen Merchant, Claudia Winkleman, Daz Khan, Liz Bonin, Kiri Pritchard-McLean, Gabby Logan, Joe Brand and Greg James. And so we begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Victoria, you're first up tonight.
I was once unable to wave at Prince Charles because I was holding a wounded seagull.
Please, team.
Is that your nickname for David?
I think it might be.
First of all, why were you holding a wounded seagull?
I was taking it to a vet.
Right.
Can I ask, where was this and what was the event that Prince Charles was attending?
It was in London. I saw him out of the window of my car.
You were driving?
Initially, the seagull was on the passenger seat.
Right.
But it got a bit jumpy.
I've seen you drive.
So I picked it up because I was worried it would flap around the car.
So basically you're driving like Rod Hull?
It was wrapped in a blanket.
Why did you have an injured seagull in your car?
I'd seen an injured seagull in the road.
Yeah. And
I picked it up to take it to a vet. Prince Charles was standing on the steps of a town hall, a grand building, and he waved, I suppose...
He waved at you?
Well, I think he was waving more generally. I felt I should wave, but that would have required letting go of the seagull.
Did the seagull get treated by the vet? Did the seagull recover? Do you know where the seagull is now?
To keep in touch. He's here tonight.
The vet practice accepted the seagull for treatment. I don't know what became of it.
And then you just left him there?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you what happened to that seagull. Before you got back into your car... Sorry, that was a duck.
Can I just ask you a question? Have you hosted a light entertainment programme before?
They were very nice about it. I said I found this little creature in the road. I let them keep the blanket.
How sentimental was the blanket?
Not very.
So what does David hold now when he's stressed?
Have you always had a soft spot for wounded animals?
Yes. What do you think, Asim? Is she telling the truth?
I kind of want to believe it because it's a lovely story, but I don't know.
If he really waved at her, she's dropping the seagull, she's waving back. So at least she'd have lifted the seagull a bit and
going, look, can't wave, seagull.
Don't worry, it's not a swan.
So what's it going to be, Lee?
So it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. OK. Victoria, were you just telling us the truth, or were you telling us a lie?
It was... true.
Whoa! It's Greg.
I was once dragged into the headmaster's office after I was caught leaning out of a window and firing a cream egg into my friend's mouth with a catapult.
Was this when you were a teacher or a pupil?
I'm ashamed to say it was when I was a teacher.
So, can you describe the setup?
I was teaching in a drama studio on the ground floor, and I could see my friend who was teaching economics on the second floor at the end of the building.
So it's across... Is there, like, a courtyard in between?
Yeah, playground.
Playground, and...
You went to different schools, didn't you? Did the moat not get in the way, or was it... Right, goody, the bell's gone. from? Let's go to the courtyard.
OK, You're firing over the croquet lawn.
I'd confiscated a catapult that morning from a child.
OK.
I was in my drama studio. There's an office. I closed the door and let the children do whatever they used to do in my lessons. Sure. And I hung out of the window. I saw my friend, Gavin.
Yeah.
And I went... It was the height of summer.
Right.
So Gavin is in the middle of an economics lesson, and he goes, oh, there's my friend. Gosh, he's holding an unwrapped cream egg. And he goes...
It wasn't quite that instinctive. I waved the catapult at him, and he was baffled at first. And then I could see him distracting his children by setting them some mundane task. Then I revealed the unpeeled egg.
Which, by now, by the way, hashtag height of summer, melting. They melt very fast.
Here's the thing, Claudia. I genuinely had a mini fridge in my office because... I did, because I regularly abused the drama budget. I'm sorry, but I was very bored. I bought a mini fridge. And just to add colour, I'll tell you this, I bought a top-of-the-range DVD player, and I swapped it for one that my grandmother had given me. Took a really nice one home. Separate story.
Can we say that we believe that story?
That's the story. I've got a technical question about the window.
Yeah.
Good.
Because in schools, windows only open to a very small certain point, so the kids can't jump
Especially
out.
on the second floor.
Wow, how rough was the school that you
Bad.
taught?
Really bad.
You couldn't, only in case they jumped out.
Yeah, just in case they jumped out and drowned in the moat. So basically... you've got that window will only open to a certain point.
Yes, right.
The window did only open half, so Gav had to get on his knees and position his head. His head virtually filled the amount of window that was open. It was a slide-up window.
Where was the headmaster at this point? Walking through playground/courtyard?
He was in his office, I imagine, pretending to do work.
Oh.
And here is the thing that will convince you one way or the other straight away. Gavin... I would say it was 25 foot, and Gavin did catch it in his mouth.
What are they saying?
You lot are going to feel so stupid if that's a lie.
What do you think, David's team? Does it ring true for you?
I do believe the lie is being packaged with real stuff. So, confiscation of the...
The mini fridge is true.
Yeah.
True. The confiscation, yeah.
Everything around the lie is true, but the lie is still a lie.
OK, let's go. Let's go.
We'll go lie.
You're saying it's a lie. Greg, was it the truth, or was it a lie?
There were elements of truth, but yes, damn you, it was a lie.
It's Lee.
Because I'm so scared of cutting my fingernails, once a month I'll have a large glug of night nurse and ask my wife to do it while I'm asleep.
David's team.
Why are you so frightened of cutting your fingernails?
Because when I was a child, my granddad was cutting my fingernails and it flew off and it went in my eye, the fingernail, and I had to go to A&E because he couldn't get it out. Ever since then, I've been too scared.
People get specks of dust out of their eye. How did a fingernail...
My granddad fought in the war and sadly only had a thumb and one finger. Just enough to use a pair of scissors, but not enough to then start getting things out of eyes.
So he'd lost... Three fingers on each hand.
He lost 5 fingers on this hand, 3 fingers on this hand, and just those 2 fingers.
Right. That's all he had.
And his name was Edward, and you wouldn't believe what his nickname was.
Quite hard to hold scissors with just 2 fingers, isn't it?
I know, the man was a genius.
In between the incident with Grandad, which was when you were a child, should we say 8 or 9?
Is that what you want?
How old were you with the incident as a child?
8 or
15,
10.
16?
8 or 10 I was.
OK, 8 or 10.
OK.
And then the next person to cut your nails was your wife. Did you meet her at 11? 12?
I can't remember the time.
I'm guessing in your 20s. So,
yeah,
who cut your nails for 13 years, Lee?
My mum used to cut my fingernails for me till so I was quite old.
With the night nurse?
No, just her.
Did the night nurse solution immediately present itself, or did that come later?
No, my mum... look, I don't want to get my wife jealous. You know what they're like with mothers and stuff. My mother had a more gentle touch. She was able to cut my fingers in a way that wasn't traumatic.
Not your fingers. Your fingernails.
Yeah.
Well, did I just say fingers?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Rob.
I have to say that would be a remarkably gentle touch if you could actually cut your fingers off. Yeah. I mean, she would have been the surgeon of her generation. You know, they didn't need anaesthetic with her. It's so silky with the scalpel work.
My fingernails, you cut my fingernails very gently.
Yeah.
You know, you've met my wife. She's got massive, brutish hands. She hasn't got that delicate touch. You remember when she met you last time and she sort of gripped you by the hand and you fainted?
Yes.
Hiya, Rob!
What about your previous girlfriends?
It's fair to say, in my younger days, that some of the girlfriends had daintier hands than others. The night nurse started on about girlfriend number 3, I think it was. Girlfriend number 2 was using chloroform. She was particularly brutish. One of them took me to the vets.
What are you thinking, David?
For me, it's the things that he said that aren't believable. I think if I had to pin it down, it would be all of the things that he said.
After he'd read the card?
Yes. We're going to go lie.
OK, so... They think it's a lie. Lee, were you telling the truth, or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Claudia, it's your turn.
OK. To give myself 15 minutes peace, I once put my child on one end of a seesaw and a bag of potatoes on the other.
Right. When was this?
A while back. He was 3.
So he was 3?
Yes. I mean, I like them, don't get me wrong, but I'm not good in a playground.
It was in a playground?
Yeah.
Why did you take the potatoes to the playground?
Because Because it was... Don't worry, everyone. No, because it was in the countryside. There's potatoes everywhere. There's just stuff.
It wasn't a shop-bought bag of potatoes. You just gathered wild potatoes.
It was it was a farm shop, Bedfordshire, where my Aunt Bridget lives. I'm not lying. Find her.
No.
And...
Claudia, you are lying, aren't you?
No. It's not that.
How many times did this happen,
It's like
Claudia?
a sack.
How many
Happened
times?
all weekend, from the moment we got there for a 70th until we left on a Sunday afternoon.
Isn't the fun of a seesaw that there is continual movement?
There was continual movement.
How? Because
so he would
potatoes are famously static.
No, he would kick off with his thing, it would go down, then it was slowly... and giggling, chop, mama, clapping, well, not clapping hands, hold on!
How far...
That's how he sounds.
How far would you push this? Like, were you and your other half, were you, like, thinking, well, we could go out tonight to Wetherspoons and have a drink? No. We can't leave him on his own. Don't worry, we'll leave him with the potatoes.
There were loads of us, and
why don't you get one of them to go on the seesaw?
Because no adult can get in the seesaw. It's that size.
It's getting smaller.
And whatever it is.
What I'm hearing is there's not one member of your family that wants to play with your child. And so you had to create a friend in a sack of potatoes.
No.
So what do you think, Lee?
I felt bad.
What's your team thinking?
What do we think?
I go for true.
Do you? Really? Did you hear the story? I mean...
Can I chip in on this? I think
Don't say chip in. It's, yeah.
I don't believe it for a second. And I'll tell you why. Is because I don't believe that Claudia would be sufficiently bored by her child to stick some potatoes on a seesaw. I think she would be fully engaged with that child.
It's interesting because I think it's truthful because she strikes me as phenomenally sort of neglectful.
Yeah.
No, it was only the seesaw. Everything else, I used to lick him to sleep.
Lick him to sleep?
What's it going to be?
I think Claudia's a good mum, so I'm going to say it's a lie.
I think it's true. And
all right.
There's no such thing as a good mum and a bad mum. There are mums who have good days and there are mums who have bad days.
Yeah, and I'll...
Come on!
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Lucy, let me tell you a few things about my mum. She once sat me down in a chair, Cigarette in one hand, glass of wine in the other. She said, "Son, there's something I need to tell you. That's not your real dad." And she pointed to a large sack of potatoes. Now tell me that's not bad parenting. We're going to say you are lying.
They're saying it's a lie. Claudia.
Please be a lie. Please be a lie.
It is a lie.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm so pleased.
Kiri, you're next.
I always answer the front door with a spanner in my hand, so if it's someone I don't want to talk to, I can tell them that I'm busy fixing the sink.
Hey, these two.
Why don't you just not answer it? That's what I do.
Oh, because it might be someone I want to see.
Do you have a lot of people just popping round?
Yeah, I live on a terrace street, so there's all sorts of rough stuff happening.
Can you give me an example of someone you wouldn't want to see?
Next door, but two.
Well, you're saying that on national television. But hey, it could be either way.
Yeah.
Unless you live at the end, you've had it.
So what sort of thing would they be asking for?
Sometimes they knock on and they want to know if their child is in my house.
What makes them think that you might have their kid?
Because their children are everywhere all the time and they get into the back... We've all got, like, we share a ginnel and they get into the backyards.
Do you have a technique, David, if people ever come to your house and you're concerned that it might not be somebody you want to entertain?
I wouldn't believe you if you had a spanner, let's put it that way.
I don't own any tools.
No, but what do you do?
I have quite an off-putting presence.
If you had a quill... to the door with a quill.
With a quill?
So I'm busy. Fair enough, David, got it.
I'd love to let you in, but I'm a ghost.
Joe, how do you see off unwanted callers?
I just say, just wet myself. Can you give me a hand?
That sees them off.
Do you live with anybody? Do you live alone?
No, I live with my partner.
So there's two of you?
Yeah.
So they're always thinking, why is it always her that has to fix the sink?
What do you mean?
Why can't you mix up sink fixing?
Because I'm a feminist.
But, well,
get with it, Lee.
But a feminist should be fixing the sink 50% of the time.
And we still get paid 25% less for it. It's unbelievable.
So what are we thinking, Simon?
I think it's a lie.
Why?
Just from what she's told us over the...
I don't think it's
you don't think it's true? OK, well, I don't think it's true either, then.
Kiri, were you telling the truth, or was it a lie?
It is a lie.
Liz, you're next.
OK. I once had to present a segment of Blue Planet Live with one arm hidden behind my back because my hand was stuck in a tube of Pringles.
Please, team.
When was this?
This was a couple of months ago.
Oh, recently, then?
Yeah.
And where were you?
We were on Heron Island in Australia. And I was sent to Heron to present all the stories about the coral reefs and the seabirds and the sea turtles.
Were there any seals on the island?
No.
No.
Before we carry on, why is that relevant?
Because Sharon may like seals. That's a perfectly good question.
Were there any penguins there?
No.
Do you mean the biscuits or the...
So you're about to go on live television and you're eating some Pringles?
Well, the reason why I was telling...
Once you pop, you can't stop. If that's the case, why is there a resealable lid?
Anyway, of course, as I'm sure you know, there are lots of brands of crisps. Sorry, Liz, go on.
You're never really told exactly when you're going back on air. So, OK, coming to you, Liz, and I had to go like this.
So you had your hand was in it and you couldn't... Really?
Yeah. Have you ever tried, that if you get two of them like that and you put it here...
And you're like a platypus. Yes.
So, how long did you have to keep the hand hidden?
Not that long, because I threw to a VT So you go, welcome back to hair and da-da-da. And earlier we did this, take a look at this.
Right.
Throw to VT, lose the crisps.
Did it just fly off when you went like that?
Yeah.
Oh, it just came off quite easily.
No, I didn't.
Because a minute ago, it was stuck. Now it's just flying off when you want it to come off.
And now it's bobbing around in the Pacific.
You didn't just sort of...
A couple of dead seabirds in it now.
Moments after, we did a piece about plastic.
Range, what are you thinking?
I think it's a lie purely because you're so professional.
That's
why.
don't
think you would be eating crisps so close to transmission.
When you make a lot of TV, we know you can get to the point where you sort of lose respect for the whole...
Pretty much. What he said.
You get to the point where you don't really...
Sharon, does this strike you as true?
I haven't got any trousers on.
And guess what? It's stuck in a tube of Pringles.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said.
What do you think, Sharon? Is it true?
No.
Well, I'll go with my team and say it's a lie, then.
You say it's a lie? OK, Liz, was it a lie or were you telling the truth?
It actually was a lie.
It's Lee.
11 years ago, I did a very bad thing in the kitchen. The time has finally come to confess all to my wife.
David's team.
What did you do?
I broke a pot, a cooking pot that you bake chickens in. You roast chickens in.
Okay.
Chicken pot.
What was so special about the chicken pot?
Good question, Greg.
Thank you.
Any ideas?
Was it a wedding present?
It wasn't a wedding present. No, it was terracotta.
Yeah.
And it's got a lid on it.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, man.
Yeah.
No, it genuinely is. It's about that deep, isn't it? And you put the lid on. And the thing about these terracotta pots is you're not supposed to wash them. The pot absorbs the flavour over the years. I had about an hour before she was coming home, and I knew she would not be happy about this, so I raced to the local kitchen shop and fortunately got the exact same pot.
How many
I had
years?
about half an hour to age it.
How many years had the previous one been aging?
Oh, 7 years.
So you had to do 7 years' worth of casseroling?
Yeah.
In
half an hour.
In half an hour?
No, I had to make it look like it was weathered.
How did you do that?
First of all, I put a bit of soil on it. Then I put Marmite on, and then baked it very quickly on a high heat, and then scraped the Marmite off. Then I got sandpaper, a bit of sandpaper on it.
All this in the half an hour?
Unbelievable speed.
Before she got home?
When she arrived home, did she suspect anything?
Well, I was with another woman in bed, but apart from that...
How did you break it?
Well, I was fixing something with a screwdriver, and I got in a bad mood and I threw the screwdriver down.
You threw a screwdriver so hard that it shattered an ancient cooking pot.
Didn't shatter it. Cracked. And it's not ancient, but the word pot was correct in that
Did you
sense.
say you...
I threw it down, it bounced, and it just chipped it a bit, but it was enough to make my wife... She would have noticed that chip.
So, you said...
Just let me have a drink and have a think about this. I'm not even married.
Why did you feel that a 7-year-old cooking pot had so much sentimental value for your wife that it was worth all this trouble?
Oh, did I not mention her grandmother's ashes inside? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's quite relevant. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah.
Did you also burn another old lady?
All right, it's time to decide. Victoria?
I have met Lee's wife. She's an extremely sophisticated and nuanced woman with many interests. I don't think she'll be so...
Whoa. What do you mean, many interests? What do you know that I don't?
What
are you saying?
believe that a 7-year-old pot would loom so large that you would feel unable to tell her.
That's because when you come round to my house and you're with my wife and we're having dinner, she's pleasant and she's nice. She's lovely. She's calm. And the second we wave you off, bye. See, this has been lovely. Close that door. She goes, you embarrass me again. With your TV friends. That posh one with the beard kept staring at me. And I didn't like her husband either.
OK, I've got a couple of extra questions.
Oh, Lord.
What, you say it wasn't cracked, it was just chipped?
It was...
Was it usable?
Yes, it was definitely usable.
You would have been able to say, I'm really sorry I've chipped it, but the thing that you so love about it, all this accumulated flavour, is still there. It's not affected by a tiny chip.
Not all there, there's a tiny bit missing. And actually, apparently, all the flavour comes from the sweet spot. And that's what had gone.
Where was
I remember as it chipped off, I went, smelt the pot, nothing. I took this little piece of it.
Even though the functionality of the pot is unaffected, you thought she'd be so furious at superficial damage to it...
Not superficial.
It is superficial.
No, it isn't superficial. I haven't told you the size of the chip, have I?
No.
OK. Well, you just simulated it. You went like that.
Yeah, but you don't know how I'm holding it. I'm holding it at the edge of... the edge of it. It goes round here.
I'm holding it, you see. All right, David, it's time to get a grip and make a decision.
So the flight of the screwdriver...
Can I just the pot was ruined, David. That's all you need to know.
Well, yeah, but when you said...
Let it go, David! Yeah. Do you know what? I wish I'd have taken my chances with my wife at the time. This is unbearable!
Right. It is time to decide.
Second question.
No.
What did you do with the damaged pot?
I hid it to begin with, and then over the next couple of days, when she wasn't looking, I slowly
dragged it towards the door.
I moved it very slowly.
Because she only notices things when they move. She's Tyrannosaurus Rex.
She would be sat there with a glass of water watching the television. I would come down with a step and she'd see the water shimmer like that.
So, David, it's time to decide.
Yeah.
Was Lee telling the truth?
Well, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
What do you think?
It can't be true.
I think it might be true, but I'm not going to overrule my team. We'll go lie.
Lee, were you telling the truth or were you telling the lie?
I'm sorry, my dear. It's true.
Well, that's all we got time for on this special edition of Would I Lie to You. Thanks very much for watching. Good night. It is David.
As a child, I was scared of the sun.
What age?
I think this will probably be when I was 4, 5, 6, 7... that sort of age. When I was 4,567. So I was still in my infancy as a god.
What was it about the sun that you found frightening?
It was looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just go out at night or something? You never went out during the day?
No, I did go out during the day, but I would sort of obsessively keep my eyes towards the ground.
Right.
The problem was that someone used the phrase, if you look at the sun, you will go blind.
Funny enough, exactly the same advice for me as well, but it was page 3 of the Sun. So you would still go out, but you would avoid it anyway.
And then, occasionally you sort of turn your head and the sun goes through your vision, and it can create that slight, when you blink, you can still sea.
And you thought that was burning.
And I thought, right, well, yeah, what's that? Is that the beginning of the great eternal darkness?
Yeah.
You know,
you really had a happy childhood, didn't you? Then, we were all then on our rally grifters, and you were thinking about the eternal darkness.
Did anything else scare you as a child?
Oh, yes, most things.
What else scared you?
Well, the trouble is that some children are timorous and some children are reckless.
Yeah, and I'm Sagittarius.
And in order... But in order to save the lives of reckless children, warnings are calibrated for their safety, which... the result of which is that the timorous live in a state of perpetual terror. What I needed to be told is, you know what, most days you won't die, it's fine. I wasn't ever going to tear across a 3-lane motorway.
Right.
You know, the very existence of a 3-lane motorway in the same postcode as me made me not want to leave the house.
And presumably you would wait for about 3 weeks before swimming after a meal.
No, and having an ice cream in the afternoon and then thinking, right, well, I should probably not swim for the rest of the holiday. And then someone says, when I was an adult, you don't have to wait at all. It's all a myth. You can swim and eat.
Did you... While looking into the sun.
So what are we thinking?
Adam?
I'm thinking true fact.
I'm going truth.
So you're saying it's the truth?
Yeah.
Go on, we'll say it's true.
You're going to say that it's true. OK. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
Yes, it's true. As a child, David was scared of the sun. Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show with naked truths and well-dressed lies. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a presenter and author of The Thursday Murder Club. When it came out, I went straight down to my local bookshop and used their Wi-Fi to order it online. It's Richard Osman.
Hiya.
And a comedian who's originally from the town of Newcastle in Australia. It's just like our Newcastle in that nobody wears a coat in January. It's Sarah Kendall. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, one of Britain's favourite poets, whose new book is called Up in the Attic. I didn't understand it. It was a bit lofty for me. It's Pam Ayres. And an actor whose co-star once punched him in the face during filming. Rest assured, that kind of thing almost never happens here. From Ghosts, it's Kyle Smith-Bino. We'll begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Richard is first up tonight.
2 years ago, after losing my keys at a fancy dress party, I had to break into my house while dressed as Darth Vader.
These two.
Ooh, OK. I want to know about the costume. Was it a good one?
It wasn't bad, actually. It was from a shop. It wasn't homemade.
Right.
There's not many things I can do as fancy dress. I can do Frankenstein, and I can do Darth Vader, or I can do two children standing on each other's shoulders wearing a raincoat.
How did you get in?
Do you know the bathroom window on the ground floor?
No, I don't know the house.
Well, there, essentially.
What, you squeezed in, you, through a bathroom window?
You know what, Rob? I used the Force.
You used a hell of a force. So what, not the little window, you mean the whole big bathroom window?
It's a sash window, yeah. And I've done it before. I went under it with a little piece of metal that's by the bins. It's an old school ruler, which I've always kept there.
A school ruler of Herculean strength, then, I should think.
No, you know the metal ones, like technical drawing.
OK.
By the way, it's no longer there now if anyone does go round to my house.
And what about the party now? Which other characters? Were there any other Star Wars characters at the party?
Yeah, and this is genuinely true. Someone else at the party was a Darth Vader, but in...
I bet you towered over him. He would have felt like a pathetic Vaderette.
Was he
how enfeebling to be the small Vader at a party?
Was he smaller than you?
Take a wild guess, Lee.
What about the voice? Did you attempt to do it for fun at the party? Could you give us a demonstration?
OK, yeah, of course I could. So I would say, for example, I know what Luke Skywalker got for Christmas. He got a Sabutio.
Was he doubling as a minicab driver?
He got a jigsaw puzzle. And he got a football. And everyone would say, how do you know that? And I would say, I have felt his presence.
What do you think, Pam?
I have a sneaking feeling that it is true, actually. You know, being shut out of your house isn't that unusual, so I think it's true.
I just don't think you've got a ruler by the bins.
I mean, a man who puts a ruler by a bin puts a key under a brick first, doesn't he? You know what I mean?
Not necessarily, because the key thing about the ruler by the bins is that it's knack needed. A key is no knack needed.
Are you speaking English?
Yes, yeah. People underestimate the protective power of a knack. If you need a knack to get in, then essentially the means of getting in can be available because the burglars won't have the knack.
Yeah. Unless they steal it and then it's a knick-knack.
Right, what's it going to be?
We'll say it's a lie.
You can say it's a lie. OK, Richard, Darth Vader through the bathroom window. Truth or lie?
It was, sorry, Pam, a lie.
It's a lie. Richard didn't break into his house while dressed as Darth Vader. And next up is Pam.
Oh, OK. I once did a parachute jump just because I fancied the instructor.
David's team.
When was this?
It was in the 70s.
So how did you meet this instructor that you fancied?
Oh, because a family member was a skydiver. And in the process of watching him skydive, I met the instructor and felt an immediate magnetic attraction.
So this...
I mean, I thought you were going to say I fell for him.
I did, but I'm a poet, you know, so I like to embellish.
Oh, that's true. I just like to go for little puns.
Oh, I fell for it.
I fell for it.
Oh, see, I'm just sorry, Lee. Sorry, I'm not used to you see.
Describe him to us, then. What was it about this man that was so attractive?
He wore a lot of straps.
Oh, hello. All right. And what is it about a man in straps that you like?
Well, I don't know. There's something sort of dark about straps, aren't there? You know, he had these straps and the sort of around the groins and everything, and he did it.
Whoa. I wasn't expecting this, Pam. I'll be very honest.
Do you recall his name, Pam?
Yeah, Doug. Doug. This is the Vale of the White Horse accent, of which I'm exceedingly proud.
So how did you take it a step further?
Well, I volunteered to learn how to parachute jump.
Yeah. And did you have to have straps as well?
Oh, indeed, I did.
Are you strapped to Doug as well? Because I've done this.
No.
And you're on the front. Well, I was, like a little baby in a papoose.
Oh, no, this was...
No, Lee, it was lovely. I've never felt so safe.
Which way were you facing?
Oh, facing away.
All right.
So, listen, this is for wimps. This I did alone.
You weren't strapped to Doug?
No, I was not strapped to Doug.
I would have thought that would have been the whole point.
Well, no, but I didn't find out until he hit me on the shoulder and said, go.
The old romantic. So what's the time scale of this? There's the day you go with a family member who's a skydiver. What was your plan that day? That you were just going to go up in the aeroplane that your family member was going to jump out of?
I wasn't going to go up in the airplane. I was just going to go and watch. And then I noticed the instructor reclining in the hangar, looking steamy.
Did you talk to him much?
Yeah, I did. I said, how do you get into this line of business?
Nice.
Yeah, with the classic head wobble of seduction.
Did you have lessons with Doug?
Yeah.
Oh, tell us about those. Was he a West Country person?
No,
Where
he
was he
wasn't. I don't know where it came from.
Well, what was his voice?
Oh, it was received English.
It was one of these. Now, you listen to me, Ayers.
That's right. He said,
Let me just tighten this strap. Hang on, this one, that's better. Let's stop the blood. Now.
He didn't say anything lascivious like that. He was a perfect gentleman with beautiful received English, and he said, I think you're going to enjoy this.
Well, your heart was aflutter at that, wasn't it, eh? All right, so what are we thinking? Richard, what do you think of this?
It sounds reasonable to me.
At first, I didn't believe it, but you were going, look, this is just a thing that happened. Like, you just wanted to get your story out.
So what's it going to be, David?
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in your mind.
No doubt in my mind. I can picture it entirely.
All right, they're saying it's true. So, Pam, was it true or was it a lie?
My story was true.
Yes, it's true. Pam did a parachute jump just because she fancied the instructor. Sarah, you're next.
I once survived being lost in a forest by eating a whole tin of cat food.
Lee's team.
Wow.
Whoa.
When was this?
1996.
How did you open the tin of cat food?
I smashed it on a rock. I smashed it on a nearby rock, and I had to keep smashing it like I was like early Nan.
And what did you use to eat it?
My fingers.
Oh. Why did you have cat food?
Well, she'd already eaten the cat.
Let's wind back a bit. Are we in Australia?
Yes.
Which part of Australia are we in?
It was about 7 hours out of Sydney. I was at university, and I went to a college where there was this thing where they would do pranks on the freshers, and then a group of older students dumped us in the forest.
This is quite traumatic.
It's like the Hunger Games, isn't it?
But with cat food.
They gave you the cat food?
They gave us cat food.
To survive off?
To survive.
How long before you start eating cat food, then? How long have you been in the forest?
But it was a couple of hours.
You're eating cat food after 2 hours?
I was expecting this to be in at least like days even, maybe, like a couple of days.
Day 4. That would be my estimate.
Hour 2, and we give in.
How long were they intending to keep you in this forest?
We had to find a way back. We had to hitchhike back to the city. Well, we tried walking, but Australia's much, much larger than...
Than it is on my map at home.
That's right.
Wow. What do you think, Pam?
I think it's true. Yep,
No.
I do.
What about you, Kyle?
No, I don't believe it. No.
Lee?
Yeah, she's got the eyes of a traumatised woman. I'll go with Pam and say it's true.
All right. Sarah, is it true or is it a lie?
That story.
Yes.
It's true.
It's true. Sarah did eat a whole tin of cat food. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Lee. So, Pam, what is Lee to you?
This is Lee. He caught me in his bookshop when I was putting my books on top of Richard Osman's.
Right, so, Pam's bookshop buddy, Kyle, how do you know Lee?
This is Lee. We once pretended to be 50 Cent's support act to get into a club.
Kyle's fellow fraudster. And finally, Lee, What is your relationship with Lee?
This is Lee. I single-handedly held his five-a-side football team to a draw after all 4 of my teammates were sent off.
So there we have it, David.
Right. So where was this bookshop, Pam?
In Blackjack Street, Cirencester.
And what's it called?
Octavia's.
Great name, Blackjack Street.
Blackjack Street is great, isn't it?
Do the numbers only go up to 21?
So describe what you did and how Lee responded.
And as you go in, there's a round table in front of you on which they put all the bestsellers. And I saw, as I walked in, a great stack of Richard's books, and I was consumed by a fit of jealousy and envy. I thought, here's this man who's selling all these thousands of books, and here am I trying to earn a crust as a poet.
Yeah.
And I confess, a black cloud descended upon me, rigid with fury. I picked up...
That's that scene from Pulp Fiction. I will strike down upon thee!
It's like Samuel L. Jackson.
Rigid with fury and envy and jealousy and all of those foul emotions. I've got a couple of my books and I put them on top of his because I just thought it wasn't fair that one person should be so massively successful when I am scratching a living as a versifier.
Well, that all sounds very plausible.
And Lee saw you do this.
He saw me. He came over to me very politely and he said, "Excuse me, madam, but I have to bring to your attention the fact that you're not permitted to shift books around in the way that you are doing at present." And he said, "I must insist that you replace the books where they were originally exhibited."
Did he realise that they were your books?
What?
Did he realise they were your books?
Not initially. Not until I spoke. And then when I spoke, the realisation dawned across his face and he said, "Ah, you are that poet of renown."
Yeah. You are that poet of renown. I wish you'd put that book down. Wow. Ayres is applauding my rhyming.
You're surprised because you were lamenting the scansion even as you said it.
I was. So did he make you put them back?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I left Octavia's with my tail between my legs.
She went to the bookshop at number 22, but they'd gone bust.
Are you getting used to him now?
Yeah, I'm getting used to him now.
Who would you like to quiz next?
OK, Kyle, tell us your story again, please.
So we pretended to be 50 Cent's opening act to get into a club.
Okay. What was the club?
It was... I don't remember the name of the club, but it was in the Arcadian in Birmingham.
And that night, 50 Cent, who is... I mean, I'm not great with music, as you know. He's a rap star.
Yeah, Fitty.
Right? Yeah.
He's what happened when Dollar split up, essentially.
So he was playing in Birmingham that night, and people will be thinking there'll be a lot of his team around, and so it was a plausible thing to say.
So Lee was our manager. We were from New York, and he was telling them, like, listen, I've got these guys. They weren't going to come out tonight because they were going to be tired after the gig, but they've actually decided that they do want to come and shake a leg, and we've heard that this is the best club in Europe. So...
We've heard that the best club in Europe is in Birmingham.
Yeah. So did they ask you anything? So did you put on a New York accent?
Well, Lee was doing the chatting and talking, and he was like, listen, I've got these guys, they've come from New York.
Look, here we go. I will be the bouncer. you be Lee trying to get into my club.
We let him do his thing, and then every now and then we'd be like, hey, yo, we getting in or what? And
Sir, please.
I'm just trying to get in with my friends.
Sir, please. Now, appreciate you've had a difficult night. Put yourself in my shoes.
Like, where are you from? Like...
I'm from Birmingham, you cheeky devil. Now, if it's a quiet night, you can come in. Right.
Night.
What?
If it's a quiet night.
Why have you got your granddad with you? What's he doing here? Tell us about your band. I mean, what sort of band? Love a bit of music, mate.
Yeah, we do, like, rap music and whatever.
What part of New York are you from, sir?
Brooklyn.
I'll tell you what, it's breaking the rules. We're going to let you in. All right?
I appreciate that.
I'm with him. Can I come in?
I'm sorry, sir. We have an over-70s night every Sunday.
Can I come in?
You can definitely come in because tonight is bondage night. All right, now, Lee, remind us. It seems a while ago.
So, this is Lee, and I single-handedly held his five-a-side team to a draw after all of my players were sent off apart from me.
What year was this?
This was about a year ago.
And what was it about this match that caused your teammates to be sent off? What sort of people are you playing football with?
They were all different reasons.
Please tell us.
Well, the first one was sent off for dissent.
Who was that first person?
First person was Jeff.
Jeff. What does Jeff do for a living?
Jeff.
How do you know him?
He's a bin man.
He's a bin man?
Yeah.
Is he your bin man?
He's not my bin man, no.
So how do you know him?
He's one of the dads at the local school.
Yeah.
Then someone was sent off a few minutes after Jeff.
Who was that?
Ron.
Ron?
Ron.
Oh, no. Why?
Well, Ron went in with a two-footed tackle.
No. A two-footed tackle?
Yeah, and he has got one leg as well, which is really weird. But he did it twice. So...
How do you know Ron?
Postman.
He's a postman, is he?
I know he is.
Is he your postman?
He's not my postman,
Not your postman?
No.
So how do you know him if he's not your postman?
Well, I just know him from the local school. He's one of the dads.
Ah, OK. And who's the third thug?
Why don't we say the next two were sent off together, shall we?
The next one to be sent off was Rob.
Rob? What does he do for a living?
He's actually a butcher.
A butcher? Yeah. Is he your butcher?
No, he's not my butcher, no, I'm a vegan.
So how do you know him, then?
He's next door to the veg shop.
And so you've naturally got to know the shopkeeper of the shop next door to where you buy all your
vegetables. Yeah, I go and buy my vegetables, and I always look in and I'll always give him a, that's cruel!
So we get to a point where Jeff, Ron and Rob have gone. It's just you and another person. Now, who's the other person that you're relying on?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Now, what does Adrian do?
He's actually lost his job.
Oh, no, but what did he do?
He was a butcher, a postman and a bin man.
Must be quite hard for him, then, to be around the other guys, the memories.
Well, yeah, but, you know, they were bras.
Sorry?
Oh, memories, sorry. Yes.
And what was he sent off, then?
Well, he was sent off for time wasting. Yes, because obviously, think about it. You're 8-0 up at half-time, you get a man sent off, and now it's 8-1, and then it's 8-2, and then it's 8-3, 8-4, 8-5, 8-6. We're down to 2 players, there's only a few minutes left. What are you going to do? You're going to time waste.
What was he doing to waste time?
He went for a Kit Kat.
What was the name of the team?
Fish Alive FC.
Fish Alive FC.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Oh, that's really good.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team, is Lee Pam's bookshop buddy, Kyle's fellow fraudster, or Lee's football friend?
Well, I don't believe Lee.
Why?
Because of all of the details.
I think it is Lee.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Lee has done a Lee thing of making the story kind of like there's stuff that didn't happen.
Right.
But I think the guts of Lee's story.
Yeah.
I do. It just feels.
So, well, for example, the professions of your team.
Yeah.
Were they really a bin man, a postman, a butcher, and an unemployed former bin man, postman, and butcher?
Okay.
Is that true?
No. No, it's not true, David, because that would be ridiculous.
I don't actually believe it was Lee. That was...
You don't
believe?
Who do you
Of
believe?
course not.
Well, it could... No, but the point is it could be Lee.
David.
Yeah?
Probably not Lee.
Are you giving me a clue?
I'm worried you're having a breakdown. Richard, what about Pam's story?
People do it a lot. People put their books in front of other people's books. I absolutely get it. No way is Pam Ayres being disrespected in any bookshop in this country.
I think you're right.
And I thought that the Brooklyn accent was absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
Let me just say now, I might have given the impression that I was ruling out Lee. And while on many levels...
What sort of mind games are you playing? You say you want to help me, and then you do this.
I still think it's Lee.
Honestly,
you think it's Lee?
I still think it's Lee.
I agree with Sarah.
OK, David, you're the captain of that team. You're the leader of that team. What are you going to say?
Kyle, every day of the week.
Yes, I think it's probably Kyle.
OK. Lee, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Lee, and I help Kyle get into a club.
Yes, Lee is Kyle's fellow fraudster. Thank you very much, Lee. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, and we start with... It's David.
Possession.
Right, now, there's a box under the desk, David. First of all, pop the item onto the desk. Once you've done that, would you please read the card?
OK. This is my penguin. When I used him to play a prank, it got out of hand.
Wow. So what's the story, David? What happened?
Well, this is a penguin that must have come out of a cracker. And I put him in the garden, sort of hiding him, and took a picture in order to pretend that I had spotted a wren.
To pretend to who?
To my wife. That was my aim.
And what did she say?
She took it at face value.
How old is your wife?
Why were you pretending that you'd seen a bird in the garden?
It was a rainy weekend day, and it was the day where people are invited to count garden birds.
A big garden bird watch.
Is that what it's called?
Yes,
that sounds
indeed.
like a very good name for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of birds, aren't you, Pam? Does that look anything like a wren?
It does not remotely resemble a wren, because a wren is a little brown bird, quite a boring little bird with a sticky-up tail, whereas that is a plastic penguin with a white bib and a key sticking out of its back.
It was a poor photograph. It was a grainy...
Was it deliberately poor?
Yes. I didn't really expect to be believed. I don't think...
Oh, good, because we don't believe you.
I don't think my wife looked very carefully at the picture.
Did she just glance quickly?
Yeah.
And then what was her reaction?
Her reaction was that she sent it to the street WhatsApp group.
Are you quite a prankster around the house?
Not usually, but I have occasionally attempted to amuse.
Well, never in my presence. What do you think, Kyle?
I'm going to say true.
You say true?
Yeah.
And what about you, Pam?
Yeah, I think it's the sort of thing somebody would do for a laugh.
And you think that Victoria Corrin-Mitchell, one of the most erudite, sharp brains around...
Would marry him?
Would marry him.
But a lot of people aren't interested in birds and cannot distinguish one from the other.
All right, your team seem to be saying true.
Well, if my team think it's true, then who am I to disagree with them?
OK, they say it's true. David, was that true, or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, true.
True. David really did prank his wife with a plastic penguin. Next, it's Kyle.
A girl once dumped me after she heard me talking in my sleep about how much I fancied her best friend.
David's team.
Whoa. Right.
You were talking about the best friend.
Yes.
What exactly did you say that was a problem?
I said her name a lot.
Which is not in itself a bad thing.
No.
What's the name?
Rosemary, should I say that?
I think you just did.
And your then girlfriend was called...
Anna.
Anna, so no similarity at all.
No.
What did your girlfriend say you said?
She said that I'd said, Rosemary, this is right.
Oh, wow.
You could have been doing a quiz together. Rosemary, I'm telling you, this is right. The longest river is the Nile. The Amazon is the river with the most water in it.
So when you woke up in the morning, what was the first indication that perhaps you were in trouble?
There was a lot of slamming cupboards, and I could tell that she had the hump. And then I was like, what's going on? And she said, well, you're talking in your sleep about Rosemary again. And obviously I can't apologise because I didn't know I was doing it.
Because you're a man.
So I was just like, oh, well, it must have been because we hung out yesterday.
And is there an attraction for Rosemary from you?
No.
Sorry?
I think that noise is something politicians need to learn.
Let me put it like this. Are you going to resign? So what are you thinking?
I believe him.
You believe him?
I think I do.
I think... How old is Rosemary?
Same age as me, at the time.
I'm not... and now? Rosemary, I don't know, as a name, is a particularly... Yeah.
What do you call Rosemary?
Rosie.
Well, then I would have thought he would say Rosie.
I was dreaming.
I was asleep. People are very formal in their dreams, aren't they?
I think that trips it up. Oh.
This is difficult.
That's...
I'm going to go lie. I'm going to go lie.
Right. They're saying it's a lie. Kyle, truth or lie?
Oh, no. It is a lie.
It's a lie. Kyle didn't talk in his sleep. Oh, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that it's a draw. Lee has 3 and David has 3. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night. Good evening and welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show that separates fact from fiction. On David Mitchell's team tonight, he's the self-appointed German comedy ambassador. It's Henning Wehn. And she's a DJ, singer and a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. It's Michelle Visage. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, it's Corrie legend and I'm a Celebrity star, Simon Gregson. And she left Holby City to go on the run in Celebrity Hunted. It's Chizzy Akadulu. We begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Chizzy is first tonight.
After seeing a regression therapist, I genuinely believe that in a past life, I used to be a medieval Frenchman.
David's team.
A regression therapist?
Yes.
So what's a regression therapist?
So it's a therapist who gives you regression.
I mean, thank you for putting those words in a different order.
More than welcome.
So why is it therapeutic to be told you were someone in the past?
Well, they don't tell you who you are. They get you to a place where you remember who you are.
Past life regression takes a while to get to. So how many...
Have you done it?
I have started to talk to my therapist about it, but it's not an easy journey. It's a very bumpy ride to get to where you're going. So how long did it...
That may just be your therapist saying, Michelle, this is going to take quite a few sessions. At $350 a time.
You ought to know. On the NHS, 1 session. Pull yourself together, thank you.
So go on then, Chizzy. What do they do?
You lie on the sofa, and it's kind of like being hypnotised, where you get to a certain state and they start asking you questions of what you can see.
And what could you see?
So the first thing I saw was I landed in this field and they said, what's on your feet? And I said they're like these metal shoes and they sort of pointed.
So armour?
Yes.
Essentially the booty bit of armour?
Yes.
I've never heard you sound so butch in my life.
So I realised I was in armour because of the way I was walking, and then I walked towards this big castle. It was it was ruined. The castle was ruined completely.
So you're walking forward, clank, clank, clank. You go in the castle.
More likely to be clank, clank, clank once you get to the castle, which would probably have had some sort of floor, whereas the field was more...
Yes.
You walk to the castle, clank, 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 clank. And then there's like the drawbridge, a more resonant...
Clogum, clogum, clogum.
Yeah. And so you get there, and why is the castle ruined?
There's been a war.
Nothing to do with us. Preempting what would be said next. So,
No, there's been a war, and there's also bears.
What?
There's bears.
From the Happy Mondays?
No, bears.
Bez from the Happy Mondays.
Oh, bears.
She said there was also Bez.
Say it again, Rob.
I said from the Happy Mondays. Thank you.
So you're in a castle.
Yes.
The castle's in ruins.
Yes.
And there's bears.
What,
Yes.
from the Happy Mondays?
And is the idea behind this that we were all one person before, or we've been lots of people?
We've been lots of people before.
So if you go for the next session, you might get one of the other people.
Absolutely
You might not, and then you sort of go, I want to find out what happened to the medieval Frenchman. No, you can't do that. You're the Greek soothsayer today.
Some parts, I think, of the Buddhist faith believe that you carry on until you've lived every life.
That's it. Wow. So
Every life. At some point, David, I'm going to be you. And I'm going to do it differently.
But can you do it differently? In this system where we all get a go being everyone, doesn't it all just, the ride goes the same, whatever? You sort of think, actually, no, I'm actually Lee Mack being David Mitchell, so I'm going to do it more northern. But it's too late. No, we've got to do David Mitchell. You can't. That could be happening now. You could be doing me, I could be doing you.
I'm not doing you now, David.
I think if you were doing yourself, you'd be being funnier than you are now with me doing it.
If I was doing myself now, I would be thrown off the show again.
What about you, David? Do you think you've lived other lives, David?
No, I don't think
Do you
I've
have
lived
any
other
time
lives.
for this poppycock?
My
Is that your nickname for him? Get a room, you two!
Michelle, I think you're going true.
100%.
Right.
I mean, Michelle is so convinced that it's true.
Yeah.
That I would then go with Michelle.
It's not hard to believe you went to a therapist and lay down and closed your eyes and had a think. And that out of the thinking came some notion of clanking around, and that would make the story true, wouldn't it? I think we're going to say true.
Right. Chizzy, was it true, or were you telling a lie?
Oh, guys, come on. Yeah, it's true.
Yes, it's true. Chizzy really does believe she used to be a medieval Frenchman. Right. Simon, you're next.
I once opened my curtains...
I believe you.
I once opened my curtains in what I thought was Manchester, only to see Denmark outside.
David C.
How did this come about?
Well, me and a friend of mine had been out and had a long lunch in South Manchester,
yes,
which ended up with us waking up in a hotel room, separate beds. And
oh, I'm sorry it didn't go better.
Thank you.
And so how did the day end?
With my friend saying, where are we? And me saying, I think we're in one of the hotels in Manchester. Mm-hmm. I opened the curtains and I saw a ferry going past and the...
How did you know it was Denmark? Did the ship say, welcome to Copenhagen?
Well...
It'd be very confusing if a ship said, welcome to Copenhagen, wouldn't it? Because wherever it went... I wouldn't put welcome to anywhere on a thing that moved.
We had to ring reception and ask the lady where we were.
So what had happened, then?
Well, we slowly pieced together that we'd got slightly inebriated and decided to jump on a flight somewhere So we rang downstairs and asked them where we were, and they said room 342. To which I said, no, what part of the world are we in? And she told us where we were.
That's a hell of an opening question. Hello, reception.
Yes, where am I?
We then went down to reception to clarify where we were.
So you ring her up. She says you're in room 342, whatever. And you go, no, where in the world? And she says, Copenhagen. And then you sort of go, I'm going to need to speak to you about this face-to-face.
Simon, aren't you from Manchester?
That's why I knew ferries didn't go down Key Street,
But why would you stay in a hotel in the city you live in?
You're a very innocent man.
Henning, what do you think about this?
Utterly believable.
You seem very willing to accept this sort of hedonistic behaviour, Henning. Have you indulged in this sort of thing yourself?
Yeah, I want. Yeah.
How do you think he ended up in this country?
Michelle, what about you?
There are parts of it that I believe, because I've been with friends on those benders, but the timeline is just not adding up.
Well, I think your opinion in favour of truth is stronger than your opinion against
I think you're correct.
So I think we'll go with true.
Makes it very easy for you, doesn't it? You've had to do nothing.
Whereas you...
I am holding the whole thing together. OK, they think it's true, Simon. Was it true, or was that all a lie?
Well, it was all true.
Next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to Lee's team to spot who is telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Ben. So, Michelle, what is Ben to you?
This is Ben, and when I judged a dogs in drag contest, Ben's doggy took first prize.
Right. Henning, how do you know Ben?
This is Ben, and he regularly sends me photos to remind me of the day I went to a railway station and fell down the gap.
Finally, David, what is your relationship with Ben?
This is Ben, and he accused me of fly tipping when I was actually tidying up someone else's fly tipping.
So, there we have it. Michelle's pet pal, Henning's mocking mate, or David's busybody. Lee's team, where will you begin?
I just had a really good idea.
Very good.
So, Michelle, how many times have you judged a doggy drag competition?
A few times. You know, this is something I love to do, and I actually get hired by companies to do that.
Oh, on a professional basis?
On a professional level, but this one was not professional.
And where was this?
This was on the set of RuPaul's Drag Race.
In what country?
Here.
Here.
Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember this bit?
No.
Right, it's a lie.
What series were you filming?
We were filming series 3, and it was the last day of filming. It was for the crew. It was not filmed on camera. Whichever crew members wanted to bring their dogs and dress them up, we were going to have a doggy drag contest.
So what kind of dog does Ben have?
Ben's got a Labradoodle.
A Labradoodle?
Yes.
OK, so already a bit draggy, because they're a little bit... They've got a perm.
Sure, yes. Fluffy.
Yeah, and what's the dog called?
Well, their drag names are not their real names. So the drag name was Cindy Pawford.
Cindy Pawford. Nice.
Do you remember what the dog was wearing? Did it have a big mole on
it? Had a mole stuck on it, had fake eyebrows stuck on it, had a wig, a little tight dress. We had one contestant called Grace Bones. And that one was really cute, had like a little hood, you know, like Grace Jones would wear like those little heads. There was another one called Doggy Parton, who had... and she had blonde hair. You know, had a hard
What do you
time
mean
walking.
they put false boobs on her?
Yeah. Little foam false boobs.
Was there 12 of them? Or just the 2?
There was not 12, it was just the 2.
Lovely.
She was talking about the teeth.
Dogs have more nipples than we do. That's why we always have envied them.
Yes.
Did you say that this dog won?
His dog won the prize, yes.
What was the prize?
Cindy Pofford. It was a golden bone statue that was made by the art department.
Was it phallic?
Well, I didn't pay attention to that, Lee.
Well, was it a bone upright on a stand?
Yeah.
It's phallic.
All right, now, who would you like to quiz next?
Henning.
Just remind us, Henning, of your claim.
This is Ben. He regularly sends me photos to remind me of the day I went to a train station and fell down the gap.
Oh. Have you never heard the announcers say, mind the gap?
They didn't. And that's the reason why I fell down the gap.
Where was the train station?
Somewhere out in the sticks.
What time of the day was this?
Daytime.
So daytime in the sticks. Well, that's very specific.
And why did you fall in the gap?
It wasn't my fault because, as Simon pointed out, no one said mind the gap.
Henning, paint us a full picture of the event. You're at the station to catch a train. What happens?
They didn't make an announcement saying mind the gap, and then it's not my fault at that point, is it?
Yes, I understand that. We're not saying it's your fault.
I wasn't alone. I was with my bicycle.
Right.
OK, so again, what happened?
Listen, how many more times? There was no announcement.
No, Henning. That's why it happened.
Yeah.
Now, what happened?
Oh, yeah, very good. Very good. I tried to wheel the bicycle onto the train.
Yeah.
The bike got caught in the gap. Wheel spins round. You name it.
You name it. You name it.
The front wheel spins round.
Yeah.
I then put my foot forward to balance myself out.
Yeah.
And my whole leg disappeared.
Right. So your leg, platform, train, your leg is now down the gap.
Yeah.
Does anything else fall down the gap?
My self-esteem.
Where does Ben fit into this? Who is he in relation to you?
It's my mate, Ben, who regularly sends me photos to remind me of the day I went to a railway station and fell down the gap.
OK. First of all, why was Ben with you on this day?
But he wasn't.
Oh, you did? You'd never met him up until this point?
I've met Ben many a time, but that's got nothing to do with what happened on the day.
Right. So why was he with you that day?
He wasn't.
So how does he send... Where are the pictures from?
You took photographs of it.
No!
Who did? Who's taking pictures?
Let's not get involved in that.
Let's get involved in that. Who took the photos?
That is neither here nor there, honestly.
I just need a name. Who took the photos?
Nigel.
So Nigel has taken the photograph, and Ben is also a friend of Nigel's, and now Ben has got hold of the photograph, and he keeps sending them to you.
He really, really enjoys to regularly send me pictures of himself on a train. Say, when the doors are open, then Ben will send me a photo of it with the door open going, help. Or what to do now. And
how many times has he sent the photo?
Well, whenever he is in a predicament.
What do you mean?
David, explain to them what I mean.
I just want to say, I'm going to speak on behalf of him.
Thank you.
But firstly, I want to reiterate that Ben caught me fly tipping, but I wasn't fly tipping. But anyway, what Henning is saying is that every time Ben is on a train or getting off a train or in a train-themed scenario, he sends a jokey picture to mock Henning for his stupidity at falling down the gap at a train station merely because on one occasion it wasn't announced.
So that's not what he read earlier.
Read it again. Read it again.
This is Ben
Carry on.
He regularly...
Yeah. Yes.
Regularly sends me photos to remind me of the day I went to a railway station, choo-choo, and sailed down the gap. And that is the last thing I say on that matter. Now please deal with David.
All right. Are you happy now to move on?
Yeah.
All right. Now, so David, remind us, it was a while ago.
Oh, I know, yeah.
How do you know Ben?
Because I think he sends pictures to Henning. No, he accused me of fly tipping.
Oh, yes.
But I was, in fact, tidying up someone else's fly tipping.
Right. And where was this?
It was in the English countryside.
OK. Who were you with?
My parents.
Was this recently?
Yes.
What were they doing, dumping you at the road?
No, they... my dad was helping me put these items in the boot of their car.
What kind of car has your dad got?
A state car, it's an Audi.
And what were you doing? What were you going to do with it? Take it home?
Yes, my dad was going to the tip later that week. He had some of his own rubbish to get rid of responsibly. And he said, well, I can take that with me.
So when your dad plans a trip to the tip, if he sees rubbish that belongs to other people, like a womble, he'll go and grab that as well.
He wouldn't take it if it belonged to a womble, because it's famously wombles make use of that sort of thing. So.
Why were you on this road with your parents? You're a grown man. Why were you...
Well, you know when you turn 18 and your parents no longer have any legal responsibility for you?
Yes.
Well, my parents and I, we decided to keep in touch.
But why? And that's lovely. I don't know what was the occasion that you were in the car with them, and it was just you, not your wife, not your child, just you.
We'd been out for a pub lunch, and he said, well, that's not very nice there. I said, well, that's not very nice. You're right, it isn't very nice.
Did your mum join in and say it's not very nice? And then the dog went, it's not very nice.
They haven't got a dog. But the parrot who can talk.
What did he say?
He said, I think it's harmless.
So your dad screeches to a halt.
Yes.
And you hop out of the car and you start...
Well, yeah, I get out with a groan.
You're in the back, so you're sitting in the back.
I am.
Your parents in the front. That's not easy for a grown man.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Insist my mother sits in the back?
I think your mum would have sat in the back and you'd have sat on her knee. How else is she supposed to breastfeed you? It's how I always picture you, David. Your dad looks in the mirror and went, oh, that's not very nice. So anyway...
You have to ruin everything, don't you?
How does Ben appear? Who is he? What's he doing?
As if by magic. He drives up in a car, another car, if you imagine. It's quite, turning out to be quite a busy road. And he winds down the window and said, what are you doing?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Initially, he was quite cross.
So he said, what are you doing? And you said, we're moving this stuff.
Yeah, we're getting rid of it.
And
we didn't like it. We didn't leave it here. We didn't like it being there. We're getting rid of it, because my dad's going to the tip. But I am allowed in the front.
My dad's going to the tip. Did you pull up your short trousers by the belt?
I was wearing my adult clothes.
So you loaded up the car?
Yes.
In front of him?
He didn't hang around for the entire loading. He believed us.
How full was your dad's car at the end of the journey?
We didn't stop at other places. We weren't on the lookout for more. We just happened to have passed this thing. The boot was empty. My dad said he was going to the tip in a few days.
My dad's going to the tip.
My dad's...
My dad's going to the tip. He said if I'm very good, I can go too. Yes. But I will have to stay in the car. It's done affectionately.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Ben Michelle's pet pal, Henning's mocking mate, or David's busybody?
I believe Michelle has professionally judged competitions where dogs dress up. Do I believe that professionally? Would someone be paid for that?
Yeah, in this day and age, definitely.
Yeah.
We get paid for doing this.
You do?
Yeah. You should, honestly, Rob, you should ask about it.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because David... You see, hang on. Is there enough room... What was the car again?
Audi estate.
So we're not putting the back seats down because David's in the back seats.
Those cars, you can put one of the seats down in the back.
Was one of the seats down at the back, David?
No. Because obviously I've got my teddy on the other seat in the back.
Was Teddy looking forward to the trip to the tip as well? OK, come on then. Who is it?
Do we want to go Henning?
You want to go Henning?
I don't know. Go on.
I kind of want to go Henning.
Yes, go Henning then.
I think he double bluffed his way through the whole thing.
OK.
So, you think it's Henning. Ben, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Ben, and yes, it is Henning I send photos to.
Yes, Ben is Henning's mocking mate. And, rather excitingly, we have some photographic evidence. There is Henning. Now, that's Nigel's picture. Yeah. OK? And then here's one of the pictures that Ben then started sending, you see. So that's Ben. You see? Isn't that good? And I think we have another. Well, that is splendid. Thank you very much, Ben. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, and we start with... It's Lee.
When I was trying to sell my house, I once put on a disguise and viewed it undercover, so I could see if the estate agent was any good.
David's team.
True. So describe the disguise.
Have you seen RuPaul's Drag Race? The disguise was, first of all, I shaved my beard off.
When was this, then?
When did I last not have a beard? I'd say 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And you've moved house since then, have you?
Might have been 7 years ago.
OK.
Was that your disguise? You shaved your beard?
No, there was more to it than that.
Go on, then.
I put a false beard on. I shaved my beard off.
Yeah.
I put a wig on.
Yeah.
Put a pair of glasses on where they're really thick and make your eyes look massive. So I've got massive eyes, demi-wave, no beard. Yeah.
So when you got there, did the estate agent say, "Oh, hello, Mr. Mack"?
Not at all. He didn't recognise me at all.
Did you do one of your voices?
I did do one of my voices.
Which voice did you do?
I did Michael Caine.
You did Michael... So why don't you imagine that Simon, one of our highest regarded actors, he is the estate agent.
OK.
And you are going now for a viewing of the house. So Simon's opening the door, and there you are.
Hello?
Sorry, I would have rang the bell, but I know it's not working. I will have a look round the house. First, I'd like to start in the kitchen.
Come this way. I'm sorry about all the mess. The previous owner is a little bit of a tramp.
But I've heard the current owner is OK.
How did you know he owns currants?
Just we once had a date.
Is that exactly how it went?
No, there was more.
Oh.
It seemed like a fair way from the station.
There's no golf course between here and the station.
That was on par with your last one.
Very good. Right, Michelle, what are you thinking?
I mean, I would do that. I think that's brilliant if you want to see how your house is being sold.
What do you think, Henning? True?
Ow.
No.
No, you don't think
Not in a million years.
I mean, I think he might, but I actually think what he would do is he'd get someone else to go on his behalf.
Yeah. So you're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
Lee, was it true, or were you telling us a lie?
Lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Lee didn't view his own house in disguise. Oh, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that David's team have won by 3 points to 1.
That's the lowest score I've ever had.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
I once had my wallet stolen by a walrus.
What's the context?
The context? It's not that long ago, actually. I was in Greenland making a radio programme to look at Inuit ways of dealing with criminal justice.
And what was the walrus
doing? Why
was he involved, this walrus?
There was a sort of I wouldn't call it a zoo, more than a menagerie, sort of by the sea, with a variety of animals there. And there was like a sort of tamish walrus there. I had my wallet in my hand because I'd actually, for once, paid for something on a trip to the BBC. Now, this will be implausible, obviously. And I put it down, and it sort of picked it up as though it was going to eat it or something, and then dived in the water, and we never got the wallet back. So.
Wait. I have many questions.
Yes.
What were you buying in this menagerie? You got your wallet out to what?
Wait, this is just to get in. I'd taken my wallet out to pay for the...
Wait, so the walrus is right by the entrance?
It was a
That's crazy.
Did you have to ring, like, the card company to say, Have they been stolen or lost?
Yes.
Well, sort of stolen.
Yes.
But it was a walrus,
Yeah.
so...
It was hard.
if there's any sort of transactions on it, they'll probably all be undersea.
This may be a scam, for all I know, that they then dive down afterwards and
Identity theft. That's what you're worried about. A walrus is just walking around. Do you remember me?
How did it take it? I mean, what...
It was a sort of tame walrus, and it's sort of... Could you play me?
Look at me.
Right, which one want to be you?
Very valuable reenactment.
Right, I'll be you.
You're just holding the wallet there, and it just went... and just kind of knocked it and then grabbed it there, and then went into the water.
Knocked it and then grabbed it? So flicked it out of your hand.
This is what I recall happening.
And were you very badly splashed? Were you very grumpy about it, or did you all...
I was certainly grumpy about it.
I'll play you being grumpy.
Yeah, reenact.
When you're doing trips like this...
David's team, what do you think?
Claudia, I sense you're sceptical.
When you pay for something, you put your wallet back. I think it's got to be a lie.
And Jason?
I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
So you're going to say it's a lie?
We're going to say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. OK, Clive.
It's a lie.